3 goals. A historic record. And a warning for the entire World Cup. Argentina began the defense of its crown with a resounding 3-0 victory over Algeria, but the scoreline was only part of the story. Lionel Messi, at 38 years old, scored his first World Cup hat-trick, reached 16 World Cup goals, and equaled Miroslav Klose's legendary record. In his 200th appearance for the national team, the captain once again defied the passage of time. What happened in Kansas wasn't just a debut. It was another historic night written by the best player of his generation. From the first minute, a very interesting tactical battle unfolded. Lionel Scaloni opted for a balanced 4-4-2 formation, with compact lines and quick ball circulation. Enzo Fernandez was the key player connecting defense and attack, while Alexis Mac Allister provided mobility and composure in every transition. Algeria responded with a much more aggressive 4-3-3. The Africans pushed their lines forward, pressed high, and looked to win the ball back quickly to attack the spaces. For several stretches, they managed to disrupt Argentina's build-up play and even dominate possession. However, Scaloni's approach had something that would ultimately make the difference. Argentina didn't need to control every minute of the match. They just needed to be more clinical when opportunities arose. The match started with maximum intensity. Just 5 minutes in, Messi appeared to open the scoring after an assist from Lautaro Martinez. The stadium erupted, but the flag was raised and the goal was disallowed. Just 3 minutes later, something similar happened at the other end. Fairs Chaibi scored for Algeria, but the automatic offside system also ruled that goal out. The game was wide open. Then Messi appeared. In the 17th minute, he received the ball near the penalty area and unleashed an extraordinary shot from distance to beat Luka Zidane. It was 1-0 and the beginning of another dominant performance. Argentina gained confidence. They moved the ball better and began to control the decisive moments. In the second half came the second blow. Mac Allister tried his luck from distance, the goalkeeper parried a short shot, and Messi, as always, was there to tap the ball into the net. Algeria tried to respond, but never managed to create any real danger. And with time still remaining, came the ultimate masterpiece. Messi received the ball near the edge of the penalty area, beat a defender, and finished with immense class to complete his first World Cup hat-trick. Kansas City erupted. Argentina had sealed the victory. And the captain equaled one of the most important records in World Cup history. The numbers tell a fascinating story. Algeria finished with more possession, 52% to 48%. They also had 119 attacks compared to Argentina's 85. At first glance, it might seem like a balanced match. But there's a devastating statistic. The Algerians finished the game with 0 shots on target. Not one. Argentina had 10 total shots, 6 on target, and 3 found the back of the net. That difference perfectly summarizes the match. While Algeria accumulated attacks without penetration, Argentina struck with surgical precision. The offensive efficiency was absolute, and Messi's superior skill ultimately tipped the scales completely. Although there were no expulsions, penalties, or heated arguments, VAR was busy from the very beginning. First, it disallowed a Messi goal for offside. Minutes later, the same thing happened with a Chaibi goal for Algeria. In that case, the play had initially been allowed, but the automated system corrected the decision. These were moments of uncertainty that could have altered the emotional course of the match. However, both rulings were correct and ultimately reinforced the feeling that technology played a crucial role in upholding sporting justice in a match that ultimately left no room for doubt. This victory is worth much more than 3 points. Argentina began its title defense with authority, secured a valuable goal difference, and broke a negative statistic that had plagued defending champions for decades. Furthermore, it sent a clear message to all its rivals. The Albiceleste remains a title contender. The next challenge will be Austria, a match that could bring the team closer to the round of 16. But the biggest news is something else entirely. Messi continues to make a difference in the world's biggest competition. When many thought he was nearing the end of his career, he responded with a historic performance. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe to World Cup Planet 2026 because the World Cup has only just begun and there are still many stories to be told.